you're done with the orientation to the course. After that, the first module will be opened, Understanding the Adult Learner. Then, a week or so after that, depending on the pace of your group, you will go to Language Learning in Adulthood. This particular module will take you a little bit longer because some of the material is more academic in nature. So make sure you set aside a little bit of extra time to do language learning in adulthood. Next, you will go through English language teaching approaches, methods, and techniques. Then lesson planning in adult ESL, classroom observation and reflection, and the concluding activities at the bottom. Depending on the course, there may be a grace period. If your group is one that moves fairly quickly, you might end up having a 2-week grace period. If your group takes a little bit longer, you may have to go through the course the entire 8 weeks. It just depends. But whatever you do, make sure that at the end, you do your course evaluation and any final activities that is asked of you by the instructor. Now let's go back to the top. We scroll up. Okay, so this is always going to be your starting point. Now let's look at one instructional module so that you have an idea how to get through the material. Let's do Understanding the Adult Learner. In each instructional module, there are two places where you can communicate with your classmates. One is the community coffee house, and the other is further down toward the bottom, a guided, specific forum discussion. The community coffee house is a space where you can post any concerns, any questions, any insights, anything, in essence, that you would like to bring up that is not necessarily posted as a prompt or a question in the other discussion area. Here's where you can talk about your experiences in the classroom, some comparisons, some confusion, a piece of content in the course that you'd like to elaborate on. This is an open space. That's why we call it a coffee house. You just contribute as at will. Let's go back to the center, to the main page. In the second forum, you have your guided discussion. And there will be a prompt, and your answers will need to be specific to that prompt. And to post an answer to that prompt, you click on Add a New Discussion Topic, as you did before. And to respond to a classmate, you will need to do, as we spoke about before, go to the area where the forum that you want to respond to, and you click Reply, and that's where you reply. Okay, let's go back to the main page. It is essential that you interact with each other in this course. It is not required. I am not saying that you have to respond to 1 or 2 classmates, that you have to post a certain number of comments, but it is important to interact with one another in order to get the most out of this course, in order to customize your experience. So if you have a particular question, if you have a particular concern, if you have a particular insight that you want to share, that will be useful to you as well as everyone else in the course. So we strongly, strongly encourage you to take advantage of these interactive components to the course. Okay, so now we're back at Understanding the Adult Learner. At the beginning of each section, you will have an overview of each module that tells you what you will learn in each course, or in each module rather. You will have a small video, a short video, that is just meant to be a stimulus, something to make you think about the topic of that particular module. And an introduction to the content of the course.